Hello friends and welcome back to Restore You. It's Angela. Today I'm here with a little scrap buster after doing the 2 monochromatic videos in layering the absence of color really with the whites and the creams. But I still needed some things, and I realized when I was searching for items in my pre-made ephemera that I didn't have a lot of just neutrals. I had lots of color, but not a lot of neutrals. So we still need a few things to go in this journal. And so I thought we would just start making lots and lots of scraps. And then if we have time, maybe we can go find some things that we've made to pop in here as well. So this is just about done. And I think I'm going to leave the cover plain. I don't know. Nothing seems to be calling to me. But we still have some pockets and some places that we need to fill in. So that is my plan, friends. So we'll get started in 2 seconds. I'm going to set this aside for now. And before we get really crazy, special thanks to all of you who subscribe, new subscribers, not old, but long-term subscribers. I appreciate all of you. Today, I would like to give a shout out to Meg at Chasing Retro, Leslie Petherbridge, and Unique Whimsy. And I think all 3 of them have channels. I know Meg and Leslie do, but I'm pretty sure Unique Whimsy does. I always try to subscribe and follow, but I think I might need to do that if Unique Whimsy has videos. I probably checked, but it's been a while. I'm not sure. So anyway, we are going to use my scrap busting method. So if you watched the video a while back, I don't even know when it was, but I did an entire scrap busting organizing video. And this is my list of all my scrap busting ideas, which has now gone on to, now how many do we have? 39 different ideas. So what I do, that just helps me like kind of keep the flow going. But I do have a process that I use every single time after I have worked on a project. So I'm going to walk through that with you. We'll cut down some papers and then we'll kind of go from there. So these are a lot of the papers. I had a couple envelopes left from that project that didn't work. These were some from a digital kit that I was just playing around with that I made. Some of them were, I never used them in the journal, but just some random pieces and parts. These are some oopsies from my printer. And then I have another stack over here, truly from my, this is where I keep like all my printed stuff is in one little tote. And I just grabbed some things out that I thought might work. Some old newspapers and recipes and things like that. So we have that. And then I still have everything left on my desk that I had from the project. So we've got bunches of lace. I've got, I won't pick it up because I can't do that without spilling it all over. I've got some little tags and tickets and things. And then I have these that were from my little day of typing project. And then all of these were just like bases that I thought we could use. And then a few little things that were left over from the project as well. And some of my words and word printouts. So that's what we're working with. So the first thing that I'm going to do, these can kind of go over in the, and these we'll save if we want to use them for pockets. So first of all, what I'm doing is I'm just separating out. This we can use for something. So that too. Oh, there's more words that I must have missed. This is a tea bag, so we won't worry about those. We'll worry about all of these right now. This can go over in that pile. And remember that I work from the largest to the smallest. So the reason I do that is because I call them ooh, what's this? Oh yeah, those can stay here. I call these viable pieces that will work into a journal card or an easy pocket or something like that. These will all work as that. So let me move this stuff aside just a little bit because I'm going to bring in my trimmer. So let's just start with what we've got here. And I usually separate them. I'm not going to do it quite as, I don't have as much as that's really a full piece. These are all smaller pieces. And there's some small pieces. Okay. So the other reason that I do this is because it makes for quick, you know, a quick mass make of all of your ephemera. So these are the biggest ones, and that one looks good. This is one of my digitals. This is wallpaper. Oh, goodness. Dave is upstairs cutting watermelon and muskmelon, cantaloupe, and jamming out. So I don't know why the dog's barking. But let's see how tall these couple of pieces are. 8. So I'm going to cut, for some of my journals, they might be just a little bit too long. If I don't shut this door, I'm going to whack my leg on it. So let's just do a little cutting. And what I'm doing is just creating some journal cards. I'm just going to take a smidge off of there so I know for sure that they will fit. This one, the bigger of the two, is 5.5. So both of those will make journal cards just as they are, right? So they're ready-made. Done. Don't have to worry about it. This one, let's cut this one down to 4.5. It doesn't seem very straight. Now we have this extra one to play with. And this is 8. Should we do 4? And then we can use these for either journal cards, because they are white backed, or we can use them for pockets. Okay, so we've got these. We can use this for a belly band if we wanted. Got that one. This one's fine how it is. These would make great tags. Tag, 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 belly band. Journal card ready to go, right? I'm going to put that up there. Tag. These will make cute little we can do the cute little pocket thing with those. And this one. All right, so let's just move this out of the way, and we'll just start with this little stack, and then we'll move on to the next one. However, I'm already making a mess. Okay. So these, I think, I will make into pockets. So they're just ready to go. I'm not going to necessarily do any decorating with them at the moment. This one I think I'll make as a... Nope, this is going to stay as a journal card. Journal card. Should I leave that as a journal card? This was one of my mess ups. We'll make it a pocket. We'll make it a top pocket. Okay, so we got a couple pockets. I like this pattern, if I don't say so myself. Oh, geez. Let's make these all into tags real quick. They will all work. So we can knock these out. And then that one won't work. What I normally do, where's my little, hold on, is I cut them down so they're in sizes to put, like if I am not doing a, actual craft along scrapbuster, I'll cut them down into pieces like 5 by 7, if I have 6 by 6 or whatever, the case is, down to like about 3 by 5. And then I just have a little, I think it used to be like that smelly stuff that you put in your, like a liner for your drawers. It was a roll of it, and I think it was supposed to smell good at one time. And the box was perfect, so I just kind of layer them up from the largest to the smallest, and I just keep those handy. Which works especially well when I need like a cardstock that's not a pattern, just a regular color. Okay, we're going to belly band these up. Excuse me. All right, let's do... So now we can decorate these if we get to them. We've got 3 pockets. We've already got some journal cards. But let's make this into... Where's my tab punch? I did get it out. This is... I did a I did a video on this because this was one of my tabs. It's supposed to be like, let's see. Gosh, if I could only find a piece of paper. Anyway, it's supposed to be like a punch, like this way. And it's just one-sided. So I'm like, well, that doesn't help me when I'm doing these. So I came up with this little easy idea to actually put this to use. And I have used it a lot. So we'll just do this one. You could use these just as they are, but I did a video where I did a whole bunch of these, and then I just stacked them up in various layers. And both of these are wallpaper. So yeah, just a tip from me. It doesn't mean it's the right way. It's just Angela's way. I'm going to put that right in the middle there, I think. I always start with the largest pieces of scraps and I work my way down. And then that way, the last thing that I do are my collage masterboards. I might have left this out. There we go. And my paper and fabric clusters. And I didn't get any. What is the dealio, peeps? Come on. I had the pin in there, I promise. So obviously we're not going to go through, all of those ideas, but I just keep it handy. Okay. It has not been that long since I used this. Like, when I say not that long, I mean like an hour. And the pin was in it. It just wants to be difficult. So yeah, we're supposed to get a big storm here tonight. Landon is working, and Demi went to spend the night with a friend. What on earth? Hold on. I'm just going to go over here and... I'm having to work way too hard to get this out. Cooperate. You're embarrassing me on camera. It's pretty bad when you have to talk to your glue. Okay. It's still not wanting to, although it's gone everywhere else. I'm just looking, just in case something might have, seems kind of weird, but now I have it all over my hands and I've only just begun. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, is there a bubble in there? Goodness gracious. I'm going to leave this on its side. See if that... It's not like it's empty. But I really like to make these, and they're fast when your glue cooperates. Now I look at my hands. Got it everywhere. Goodness gracious. Okay. So now we have all of those ready to roll. We got belly bands. Let's see if we have... Let's see if we can use some of this that maybe is thinner. Well, we've got this too. Should we make a belly band and a tag out of that? And then what if we do something different with these? What if, should we do a, well, what we could do is just fold some paper. I'm thinking we'll rip this. Do I want to rip it? Why not? Now we have a side pocket. And this is kind of cute in that it can just pop out. We could do it like this and make this a pocket and this a tuck, or we can make it so it folds out, but it's done and ready to go. And I'm leaving these all out because I think we obviously need to make some ephemera, and why not decorate some of these things that we've got? Oh, I know what we can do with some of these, some of my reject pages possibly. I'm not really thinking about this. I'm just kind of going for it. You know what we could do with this one? Yes, let's do that. I love, well, you all know. My channel should really probably be called like the wallpaper lady. I don't know. I love working with wallpaper. Out of all the things, that's my favorite. Okay. So now we have a fold out tag. We'll put that with the tags. We're going to use part of this for a belly band. I'm just going to cut this with. So let's go 7. And we'll just use this as a journal card and we'll just round the corners. In that other video, gosh, if I can remember, I will link the first video that I did. Because I went through all the supplies that I, get out when I do this. Now, my craft room, I have it organized to a point where everything is pretty much within, a few steps. So I don't have to go to a lot of, go searching through things to get my supplies out. But not everybody is able to do that. Gosh, I've got glue everywhere. Oh, okay. I don't know why I just did that, but now we have another journal card. Just because I thought you guys might want to see me ink, right? Not. Journal cards. Okay, up here. We also have this, and I think this is... Put that in there. Should we cut this and make it... Trying to think. I don't want to turn it up, make it a pocket. 2 pockets. You know what I think we might be able to do? This might be a size that we can do this with. I just did a video. Gosh. Okay, here. I can tell you when that was. Because I should have it out here. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Oh, June 1st is when I did the envelope letters. And I've been, and thank you, by the way, for all of you who have been taking advantage of the sale for our Etsy shop. You've been keeping me busy, but I've been using these to put in. I either fold the invoice or I use one of the ones that I made from the mass make, and then I just tuck a little thank you in there and a little goodie or two, and it's kind of fun. Kind of a fun way to do it. So there we have it. Now we have another envelope made. And I did these with 8.5 by 11. I think 5 by 7, so several different ones. So there's an envelope. Do we have an envelope pile? Not yet. Okay, now this is just regular printer paper, but this is a copy of something that I got from an estate sale. And the estate sale, I have the original. So why don't we use some of these scraps? Oh, that's printer. That's photo paper. Let's use some of this. Well, I have a lot of photo paper. These have little holes in them, but maybe we can figure it out. Let's just use some of this up. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're just going to flip this over, and I'm going to try to... That's another thing that I do, and I know everybody is different, but I try to do things in the least amount of steps as possible. Well, you know what? We can make 2 tags. Well, that'd be sideways. Oh gosh, the weather stuff is going on. Which, you know, well, okay, I'll be honest. I don't really like tornado weather. Kind of freaks me out a little bit. But I love a good storm. But just if it's going to have, we're going to have tornadoes, it just kind of freaks me out. And it especially freaks me out to not know where my children are. Not that I don't know where they're at, but, you know, it's called Mama Bear Syndrome. I'd rather have them, like, at home with me. So, I don't know. I didn't actually look at what the weather showed. I just believe Dave. That's not. So, back to my process. I try to do it in the least amount of steps. So, the least amount of cuts, the least amount of, you know, the path of least resistance. So, if I'm going to be making tags, I would prefer to back them all first with something and then cut them all out at once. Because why cut out the tag and then have to back it? I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I'm going to leave that in the middle and we'll use that middle part for something else. But these are our 2 biggest pieces. Okay. So what have you guys all been up to and making? Okay, we can make tags out of this because they already have holes in them. So why not? I need to measure this though because that looks funny when I... Let's do a few... I need a few smaller tags because sometimes I need smaller and shorter, but I'm okay with, I'm going to go, I'm thinking. I'm really trying to utilize that whole bunch. So we could use that for a tiny belly band and then cut off just a sliver of this and we could stamp on the other side or whatever. Okay. We'll punch it. This isn't exactly even, but it's another tag. We're good to go. And I'm not going to round the corners or anything. Or, I mean, not round the corners. Angle the corners. I'll just use a corner rounder. We're getting a lot of tags over here. But you can see when you do this and you just start from the largest to the smallest, the one thing that I love about it is it kind of sparks my creativity. Even though I have this whole list, I'm like, ooh, but I could do this or I could try that. What's it going to hurt to try some of these things? Okay. So we have some belly band paper. We have some journal card paper. We have some envelopes. We have some fold out journal cards. And we have some, that pocket needs to go up here with that. And this one. And we've got lots of tags. So let's make a couple more of those. Let's see if we can do this with wallpaper or with this piece. I didn't measure it, so I should have done that on my mat, but we're winging it. Okay, so you just fold them in together, fold the bottom up to meet that. This isn't even, so you can see it right there. It's okay, that'll come off. Then bring these 2 into the center, which won't really be the center because this piece wasn't exactly straight. Now you pretty much have your envelope and you fold it down. And I used some wax seals and such You might have to use something a little sturdier to hold it together. And now we have, you open it up and you write your little message inside and fold it back up. By the way, I got this information and inspiration from one of my hauls. Somebody, like some young, I don't know, maybe like a teenager-ish girl, had written a letter and sent it in the post and mailed it. And I opened it up and it was like the letter inside. I'm like, well, that's brilliant. I need to do that. And I've had it in my idea book forever and never used it. I'm thinking it might be fun to use this and then maybe, let's see, what else do we have? We have this kind of goes well with it, and we can make these into like 2 journals, a journal card, because, you know, you could certainly write on one side, but then we'll make a little tuck out of it too. So let's measure here. 8 1/4. I have to concentrate when I'm doing my math skills. Actually look at it. Okay. So we'll do those. What happened to that paper? Oh, here it is. Let's just, oh, this has this stuff on it. Let's cut it off. First of all, we're just going to cut this. We'll use that for collage. Put that over there. Cut this off. And I mean, there, just, in my opinion, just a little bit of planning and preparation when you're doing mass makes or, you know, scrap busters, or it goes a long, long way. And the one thing, and you know, I don't always do this. Of course, I get busy and, you know, I'm not able to do it either, but, I'm going to go with the, when I can, I like to get all of, you know, my last project and then, or last 2, depends on how big the project is, right? Like I did that, and then we'll do this one this way. I did that cookbook and I had a lot of extra papers. And so, you know, you'll have one big project or several little projects. And then I just say, okay, I'm going to do a scrap buster. And I get out my tools. There we go. Got another pocket. Pocket. Who's got the pocket? This one. There. And it goes by so fast. And you would be surprised how many things you can get done in a really small amount of time. So, for example, in less than 30 minutes, we have 7 pockets ready. And so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have some journal cards. We have 14. We have 2 envelopes, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27. And then guess what? We just made 28, and that's going to be a journal card. So really, really quickly, without much thought, you now have your bases. Okay, so we got a lot of good stuff going on. So let's go ahead and try to make some things to go on them. One thing I thought about is I kind of want to make this into a circle belly band. And I've done that before. Usually I just put the circles together, but I'm thinking maybe we can just take some of these kind of reject papers and work around them, because we can make whale tail tabs out of these too. See if I can get another one. We'll set those aside to do. Can do whale tail punches out of that. Okay. Let's do the same here. And while you're punching, you may as well punch things to use for your whale tails. I don't know that we'll get to whale tails today. That's good enough. So I'll just show you really quickly how I make them. So I just go here. I put my thumb there after that. I do have a video on this. And there's your whale tail. And then I save these little pretties to make into flowers. So I better put those somewhere else. Okay, so my thought was, what if we made this like kind of as a side belly band? Well, you know, we could do, that has to be a whale tail. Let's see. I got an idea. Okay, these are going to go over here for other projects. Why don't we do this? We're going to make a double belly, double something. It's either going to be a tuck or a belly band. So we're just going to I'm putting this next to it so I know approximately how high I need to put the glue. And that'll work. Circles. Okay. There we have it. Now we can put this on the edge of this. I'm thinking double belly band. It looks kind of cute and kind of offset it. But not too much. I'm going to just put the glue on there so I don't make a huge mess, because I will. There. Now we can round the edges. I'm not an over inker, so I know some of you really like to ink a lot. And that is awesome. I just don't. Not that I don't like it. This mat needs a good cleaning. Okay, so we have one belly band down. What should we do? That's pretty. You know, this would make a, Let's just see. I like that. I'm thinking we need to use some of this lace on here. And just, because that flower is gorgeous, so either put it at the top or the bottom. It's got a little bit of messy. And these, this was one of the things that I did during the scrap buster, is I took some old fabric. Excuse me. that came from a couple projects, and then I just got out my stamps and I started stamping on it. And that is how that scrap buster worked. Let's see. Oh, I also, look what I've got, you guys. I don't want to ruin that. Look at that flower, but this was a punch. I think we need to use that in there somehow. This was a punch that I used on one of my wallpaper Wednesdays. Although, you know, I did try to do this as a belly band and it didn't work very well. So let's not do that. You got to know. That kind of looks cool. I think this is a sticker. Let's see if I can use it. Oh, no, I'm not even going to do that. Just use my sticker remover. Very high tech. Well, I thought this was a sticker. I'm positive this is a sticker. It is. Let me glue. I have got a frog in my throat, and it is driving me crazy. And here we go again with the glue. Now, in full disclosure, I did not put the lid on it that time. So, there is that. I don't know what he's up to up there. There's no telling with that boy. He's always busy doing something. I feel like it needs something else. You know what? I have this little piece. I'm not going to put it there. I wanted to use it in that other... It's like a pin, and I popped it off so I could, like, stick it inside of some lace, but it didn't work out. So, what do I have? Do I have... What's this look like on... Oh, I kind of like that. However, look at that. I think this might have been, at one point, a button that we got to do something about this. Hang on a second. I'm just going to grab out my little snippy things. I'll show you. It's got some... Oh, that's the other thing he's making. He was up there cutting fruit, but he's also making chicken noodle soup. I bought like a rotisserie chicken, and so I didn't have to cook. And then so I had that, and I made some sides to go with it for the kids and I, and just the other day. And then they were both gone. One of them, they both had to work. Well, one of them had to work. One of them had ball. And I was like, well, this chicken is not going to get eaten. So we're turning it into chicken noodle soup, which the kids will be excited about. And then I'm wondering if we want to, I'm thinking I'm going to fold this and do this like an over, so like over the page, and we could maybe even use it in this journal. All around the edges. But this might be fun just to put over a page. Just like that. I need to let it dry, but let's just do this on around the edges. And I'm going to round it here too. But I think that'll go cute on a page. You could even use it as your bookmark if you wanted. Okay. Done. All right, let's see. We're at 40 minutes. We have a few more minutes. What should we work on? I mean, we've done the belly bands. We've made some really good progress. Let's see what else. Let's make some little, I'm feeling some clusters because I have all of these words out. I've got all of these little words. Look at, I've got that. Oh, you know what else I have? I have some 2x2s that end up being 4x4s from when I did that little Rustic 7 challenge. and the girls from the dental office. Here, I'm just going to do it this way. Gathered all my supplies, but we can use these for bases for our clusters, and they're like twinchies. Well, they are twinchies. Or they will be twinchies, right? Okay, this is what we'll work on until our time is up today. And then I think we'll be good. All right, let's just put these out. And I like the idea, like I said, because we're doing, you know, things monochromatically. I like the bright white next to the, you know, creams and the ivories. It just gives a cool contrast. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see if we've got some book page. Oh, here, we have this little guy. You can also use potentially. Here's some little strips. This is from Wall Street. This is kind of cute. I might use that there. These are all backed, so we'll use these for something else. How about a little piece of this? And you guys, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just adding things as I go. I like the idea of some ads. I've got a whole bunch of them in the, and maybe instead of my words, we'll just use all advertisements in these last few. Okay, we need to layer up a little more. Oh, here, how about this bird? I think this might be a sticker too. But I used part of it. Maybe not. Whatever I did, it's not straight. How about this flower? This flower seems to need to be used. Here's a little manuscript letters, huh? Zenny's down here digging her way to, I don't know, maybe to Australia or something. She's on the couch, and I don't know why she does that, but why'd you dogs do that? I'm putting that right on there, and we'll glue it down in a second. If anybody knows, tell me, because, you know, I've never been a big dog person, so this is, you know, all these silly things are kind of new to me, but let's see what else is in this. We could use that mushroom. We need some more stuff underneath it. Why not? Let's see. Okay, let's go to, where was that? We can serve you. With men, boys, we'll just use these little ones. And then cut those out, and then there's also, look at all these we could use. We'll keep those. When ready to sell your hogs, get a great price. Call Ted. Ted's going to give you a deal. Okay, let's get these all glued on. And I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac should it decide to cooperate with me. And I'm just tacking these down just a smidgy because you probably already know I will be also all around all these. All right, where's my sticker thing? So I hope that you guys are having a lovely, lovely day, and I hope that you get a chance to do some crafting, scrap busting, whatever it is, some painting. I did some painting the other day. Here we go. I'm going to put that upside down. Oh, Angela. But I think that I will just keep working on these and say goodbye to you and let you know to have a fantastic rest of your day. And remember to take time to just be, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.